Hi, Scorpio. This is your reading for the month of March and April. It's a general reading, so I will be uh, covering love as well as career and anything else I see come up. Keep in mind it's general, so it may not apply to everyone. So, I got a lot in this reading, Scorpio. There's a lot going on, and to be honest, this reading looks more tailored toward a love relationship. I will apply it to the best of my ability in terms of a career, but I'm really getting that this is a relationship. Uh, your heart of the matter is the Tower. It's kind of hidden in there if you can see it, and it was clarified with the Eight of Wands and the Page of Swords. And this is a very big energy. It's a major arcana. So those of you who study tarot know that this is a big deal. This is maybe something suddenly coming to light. With those Eight of Wands and the Page of Swords, I think this might be sudden communication. It may not be communication you want to hear. Or whoever delivers it in a really tactless way. Now, I clarified all those energies because I was like, what the heck is this about? And I got the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. So this might be about you juggling two things. And I'll get to why I'm saying that in a minute. It could also be about you needing to make a choice. Someone gives you, I'm not seeing the ultimatum card, but that's the energy I'm kind of getting. It's like you get your, I don't know what it could be. There's something that you need to make a decision on, or if you've been juggling more than one thing, one person, I think someone's going to find out, and maybe they're giving you an ultimatum or just telling you what's up. I don't know. Maybe this already happened around the full moon. In the recent past, the reason I thought of a juggling is because I'm getting for at least one of you, there's someone out there that is doing something, because the Five of Cups was clarified with the Four of Swords. So this is, I had to clarify more because I was like, okay, what is Scorpio upset about? They're healing, or they're taking a break, or they're thinking about something and they're upset about it. And when I clarified what was causing this, I got the Queen of Cups, the Lovers, and the Seven of Swords. So, and then I clarified. What did I clarify? I clarified one more with the Three of Swords, but I put it away because there's just too many clarifiers, and I got the message I was looking for. But anyways, I don't think you're upset over a loss. I guess you could be the victim in the situation, or the one who was left behind, but it almost looks like you were involved with the Queen of Cups, and with the Lovers and the Seven of Swords. I think that you were very connected to this person. This person was significant to you in whatever way. You are the Scorpio, and this is the Queen of Cups, so that energy matches, right? The water. And with the Seven of Swords, this is sneaky energy. So maybe in the recent past you were feeling remorseful because you were doing this, and you were really trying to figure out, what am I going to do? I mean, for some of you, it could be the Queen of Cups was doing this to you, I guess. And in terms of, I asked what the Four of Swords was about, and I think that that's what made me think it was you, because you're thinking about the past. You're thinking about someone from the past, or the past in general. But when it came to career, I was really confused. So I just pulled another card and said, okay, what is this about for career? What's causing the Five of Cups? And every time I got a male, the King of Wands, the King of Swords, some type of person. And so I'm just thinking that this could be, if you're at a workplace where you're not allowed to date your coworkers, this could be a situation that came out, and it does not look good. If you're in like the military, that's really frowned upon. If you're committed and you're cheating. So I don't know what type of work environment you're in, but it could be that someone found out, and you're really worried about what that consequence will look like. I'm trying to think if there's honestly, I don't really see it any other way in terms of the workplace, um, with those clarifiers. Unless those clarifiers were strictly for the love people, and that they don't apply to the career people, and that maybe you got laid off or something. It could be something like that too. Again, I'm definitely seeing more of a love theme. Now, your obstacle is the Emperor. So that tells me that structure, order, control is an obstacle right now. It could also be that someone in authority is your obstacle. So definitely at work, maybe someone higher up is, they could be the one delivering this news, um, whatever that news may be. It could just be general order and control is just not happening, and it's kind of chaos right now with that tower energy. And what's causing the Emperor to be your obstacle is the Five of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune. So something may have come back to bite you. That's kind of what I'm getting. If you've done something in the past, maybe you had an affair with a coworker like 6 months ago and now it's come out, or 9 months ago or whatever. Or maybe if you are having an affair, this is your spouse or your partner who's found out and is coming in, you know, pretty vindictive here. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it's almost faded. It's karma. The Wheel of Fortune reminds us that what we, for every, what is it? For every action, there's a consequence, whether good or bad, and that the wheel will keep turning. And so, what have you done in the past that may have led to this circumstance that you're in? And it's also a reminder that, this too is temporary. If it feels really rough right now and dramatic, it's going to pass. In terms of career, I think that this is related to whatever happened. Someone is doing something maybe spiteful or just mean, maybe ratting you out or something like that in the workplace. But definitely for the love, I'm definitely seeing maybe someone found out about someone you were seeing and they're not happy about it. Your crowning thoughts are the Eight of Swords. So this tells me that you are a little worried here. Your fears are taking over, and it's because of the Three of Cups. So in terms of the workplace, this is drama, gossip, just drama. Again, you could have had an affair in the workplace, maybe with someone else's wife who works with you. I don't know. I'm getting a strong third party theme here. And in terms of a love relationship, that's what's causing you anxiety. Maybe you don't know if you want to leave your partner. Maybe you do want to leave your partner, but you don't know how, or you're afraid, or it could be a million things. But the basis of the reading, or the basis of the situation, is the Page of Wands with the Two of Wands. So I think that you want to move forward with someone else. You are excited about someone else, or they are excited about you and want to move forward. There's a lot of passion here. But for some reason, that's what makes me really think you are still involved with someone else or committed to someone else on some level, married, living together, something. Because of the Eight of Swords and some other cards. But the basis of, again, the basis of the situation, sorry, I can't talk, is the Two of Wands. So we saw that Two of Pentacles earlier around the Tower. So there's definitely a choice that needs to be made here. And the Lovers is in the recent past. So I'm seeing a big energy about a big choice that needs to be made. Now, your environment that may be influencing the situation is the King of Cups. It was clarified by the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. And what's causing the King of Cups is the Seven of Pentacles. So this also makes me think that you might be involved with someone that you've invested a lot of time and energy, maybe money into, but you're not really getting what you want. And, I think the King of Cups is you in your environment, and I think it's you keeping your emotions to yourself, whether you're male or female. And I think that someone has piqued your interest. I think you were very curious, and I think if you look at this Page of Pentacles, he's holding this pentacle and he's looking at this Ace of Cups, and it really it looking like you want to make someone an offer. You want to communicate with someone. You want to ask someone out or do something. There's someone who has piqued your interest. And I think you're keeping it to yourself because at this time you have to, for whatever reason. In terms of career, it could be the same thing, except you're maybe looking outside for other options. Maybe you've discovered something else, but you're not telling anyone that you're thinking about this, or that you're, maybe leaving. Again, definitely more of a love reading. I'm not really seeing a lot of career energy here. So if it does resonate with your career, I'd love for someone to email me, let me know. Yeah, you're keeping to yourself. That's the biggest thing I'm getting out of that. And your fears. So under the hopes and fears, I'm definitely getting a fear energy here, which is interesting because your crowning thoughts are the Eight of Swords. So those really, they match. Now, you had the High Priestess. So you might be fearing that there's stuff going on that you are not, like, you don't have evidence of. Like maybe your boss gave you some decision, but you're worried that you're worried that you're not going to get what you think you're supposed to get. So maybe in terms of work, your boss finds out that you've done something wrong, or you screwed something up, or whatever, and you're worried that there's more going on behind the scenes, like they're actually going to fire you, or they're not going to give you severance, or something like that. But in terms of a relationship, I think that you're either, again, you're keeping to yourself, but you're worried about the truth that might come out, with this Ace of Swords and this Three of Swords. I mean, I guess you could be worried that someone will do this to you. I'm guessing, like, you definitely could be. Maybe this new person that you're really smitten on, maybe you're worried that they're gonna end up hurting you. Yeah, you're worried about truth and heartache, something around that. Now, the outcome for this situation was Judgment. So Judgment is a very big, bold energy. It's also a major arcana. It's when we come to a point in our life where we have to reevaluate and judge a situation, and think of Judgment Day. It's like we have to make a choice, and it's usually around a life-changing event. It's that moment we decide to leave the abusive partner. It's that moment we decide to go to university. It's that moment we decide we want a baby. Like, that's the type of energy. It's big. In terms for you, Scorpio, it was clarified with the the Eight of Cups. So to me, this tells me that you are reevaluating a situation, and you're probably going to walk away from it. Now, that could be the partner that you're with if you have been having an affair. If someone has been having an affair on you, that could be you walking away from your partner. I guess you could be walking away from the person you had the affair with, but to me, I think your emotions are leading this one, because the Knight of Cups is why you're at Judgment. I think someone has stirred your heart a little, because I'm seeing this stuff down here, I'm seeing that. You're going with your emotions this time. Maybe you're walking away from everything and everyone. I don't know. You're making a big choice here. Your advice in the tarot was the Ace of Pentacles. It was clarified by Justice, and I also asked what was it about, and I got the Four of Wands. So I think that you're really being called to be practical right now, to look at what is going to bring you security and long-term security, and Justice is all about balance and what's fair. And that makes me think that maybe you're getting a bit emotionally carried away here, and to just be careful, especially because we're in a retrograde. If you're going to go walk away from someone and do something crazy or drastic, you may regret it later, or it just may not have been the right time to do that, or whatever. Because the Ace of Pentacles is really saying think practically, because you may not be. I actually don't see a lot of Pentacles in this reading. So now your was exchanging gifts in reverse. It is the number 27, and I also clarified that because I just felt like I needed it. Now, this card kind of reminds me of like the Wish card in a way, but the Be careful what you wish for card, because this card literally talks about being careful what you pray for, because you just might get it and then realize you don't want to face the hefty price tag that comes with it. So you may find yourself in a situation that you've always wanted, but then for whatever reason, you're going to have to walk away from it, fail it, drop out of it, whatever, because you can't or won't pay the dues it asks you to pay. So just be careful, Scorpio, for whatever you're chasing here in this Knight of Cups. Be careful that you're seeing it clearly, because something tells me that maybe you're not right now, and it is a Mercury retrograde, so that would make sense. This card also talks about being the giver and not the receiver, and perhaps that plays out in a lot of your relationships in your life, where you may find yourself in victim mode or a codependent dynamic, or even holding on to a false sense of control. So the time has come to distance yourself from this type of imbalance. So again, your advice was to find balance. So yeah, just be careful what you're doing here. You might be getting emotionally carried away with a person. I don't know what it is for you guys. It's going to be different for everyone, but there's a warning for you, Scorpio. So if you are resonating with this and you are thinking, oh yeah, maybe I'll leave my partner because I like this person better and my partner's just, we're not happy. That's okay to want that, but maybe just hang tight a bit, especially because of the retrograde. I'm not saying that you're going to want to work it out with your partner, but it just may be a better time to wait and then do it. But I think that you definitely need to make a choice. And, maybe if you are having an affair, something just came to me. If you are, if you have been seeing someone else and you're technically committed to someone else, you may, what do they call it? Rebound, And so you may think this person is just everything you've ever wanted, but they're also just a stepping stone for something later, bigger to come, right? And maybe they were the catalyst you needed to break away from your partner, but that they're not the right person for you either. That could be it too. Oh, and I clarified why exchanging gifts came up in reverse, and you got the King of Swords. So that's telling me that you're probably not seeing clearly. You need to use more, you need to be more objective is what I'm seeing. And that's another thing justice is objective. So right now you're being emotional. Try to temper that with a bit of objectivity and clarity, which I'm not going to lie, is going to be hard over the retrograde. So you might not be able to do that very well. But I hope that was helpful for some of you. I hope that it meant something to at least one of you, because it was confusing for me too. So please like, share, subscribe, and thank you for listening.